All right, you're just gonna have to bear with me. I have no idea how this is gonna go, but I'm going to make an attempt to try to help explain what it's like to be diagnosed with a rare cancer and why research is so important. All right, so I need to explain a few things first. There's gonna be an ocean of lava. That's cancer. All right, so there's also gonna be life rafts. Life rafts are the different types of cancer you have. And there's different sizes of life rafts. That's going to be the chances of reoccurrence. There is also going to be the condition that your life raft is in. That's going to be the different stage that you have. And stage 4 is going to be once your life raft has a few holes in it and you start to sink. Also, in this analogy, you have a river guide for your lava river rafting trip. And that river guide is your doctor. Take a moment for me and try to imagine what it's like to be diagnosed with cancer. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You instantly see all of your hopes and dreams flash before your eyes, and we all kind of fall to our knees devastated. At least I did, if I'm being honest. It's terrifying. But in our adventure, you have to get up quick because guess what? Floor is lava. You are now on an ocean of lava. And somebody has tossed you a life raft. Maybe that's a surgeon in this case, or whoever gave you your cancer diagnosis. Right, so you're plopped out onto this river of lava. You've got your guide with you. You're looking around, kind of checking things out. There's lots of other people out here on this terrifying lava river. And you're looking around, trying to figure out, okay, well, they're still floating. Their raft seems like it's still holding up over there. And you can see somebody in the distance that looks like they might be even getting off of the raft and getting back on shore. That's exciting. Maybe you could do what they did. You want that raft. Everybody kind of has these different types. There's all these different brands. There's a whole bunch of vinyl life rafts, whatever those are. But it's a certain type, and you notice everybody kind of has the same one over there. A bunch of other ones scattered here and there. Some are more common than others. And then you're looking around and look at your life raft, and I mean, it's huge, it's large, but it's made out of this like super sketchy material that nobody else really seems to have. I'd ask your guide about it. He's got to know, right? Well, okay, so can you tell me a little bit about this raft that I'm floating on? And he goes, sure. Yeah, so you've got a great raft. It is huge. Your life raft probably will never sink. Well, that's great news. That's exciting, but wait a second. Did you say probably? Oh yeah, see, you've got the best type of raft. We don't really know a whole lot about it, but it's big. There's not a lot of people that have it. We don't know a whole lot about the material that it's made out of, but it seems to float really well. It doesn't sink very often. Okay, I think I'll be all right. Out of curiosity, what happens if I spring a leak to my life raft? We've had a few go up in flames, but we had some patches we could try. But don't worry, your raft will definitely, probably not sink. Don't worry about it, you'll be fine. Okay, so you take this huge, large raft that nobody seems to know anything about. Ask your guide, but you know what this is made out of, right? Have you ever guided anybody down a river on this raft? Maybe I've heard of it. I have definitely heard of this material before. I've heard of it. Seen people go down the river on this kind of raft. I've seen that few went up in flames. But yeah, so I've seen it. You're floating along and everything scares you. You're sleeping in the middle of the night and something bumps your raft and are we going down? I don't know. Everything seems to be okay, like terrified, but floating along. And next thing you know, somebody is screaming out from offshore like, have you tried kale? I'm on a river of lava. I don't think kale is gonna help at this point. But I mean, scared and desperate. So now you're just floating along and your river guide pops in or somebody stops by and lets you know like, hey, we see something. Don't worry yet. We need to test this portion of your raft. Looks like it's starting to wear a little bit. Might need to test that. And we'll get back to you. So panic sits in. And not only are you now floating in a raft on lava, which, remember, there's no patches for this kind of raft. So you're petrified. You've got crap for snacks, so you can't even stress eat your way out of it. But now you're just gonna float along and wait for somebody to come back and tell you if you're sinking. Now this is where the rest of us who got diagnosed at stage 4 come in. Somebody must have had it out for us because we've got this big raft, but somebody stabbed a whole bunch of holes into it. So your river guide breaks the news to you. There are definitely holes in your raft. You are sinking. We probably should do something about it. So you ask your river guide, what do we do at this point? They let you know, don't panic. There are tons of patches out there. They're coming out with new patches all the time. Way better than the patches used to be. They even have all these natural ones. Immunotherapy. Oh, cool. How do I get those patches for my raft? Those are only approved for vinyl rafts. They don't quite fit your material, but we can try. Have you ever tried it on anybody before? Yeah, a time or two. Some people do okay. Well, what about all those cool new patches I see coming out? Those ones look cool. I saw somebody almost get off. They almost got off of their raft on that other patch. Can we try those? Those are clinical trials. Those are also only for vinyl. Okay, well, can we just get somebody to build a patch for this raft? Really expensive? Wouldn't make a lot of sense to study this one patch. Okay, so I've got this super great raft made out of this really sketchy material. I just have to sink. I'll let you sink. Try a few things first. You take off with the river guide. You're plugging all the holes the best you can with your hands and your feet, and that's obviously not going well. But in the meantime, you get a call from insurance. Excuse me, ma'am, this patch was never approved for your raft. So if you use this patch, you will void your warranty and it probably won't work. Somebody else already voided my warranty when they dropped me into this ocean of lava, so I'm not worried about that. But if you could go ahead and approve that installation for me, I'd really appreciate it. Not doing a great job plugging these holes myself. Kale didn't work, and I really would like to not drown this week. Trying my best. Insurance improves the installation. You go ahead and give it a try. You'll kind of just lose 3 months of your life in terror while you try to live every second in the moment. And you get the news it's not working. So you've got 1 or 2 other patches you can try. Again, not made for your raft. And this is where you come in. Just when you think that there's no hope left, drifting out at sea alone on your sketchy raft with your crappy snacks, you slowly start to gather around other people that are also on this sketchy raft. Start sharing stories and find out that all your rafts are very similar. They're also terrified. So you band together because there's strength in numbers. But if we all come together, maybe, just maybe, we'll gather enough people, build a patch for all of us. And so the next thing you know, you see this sea of people, friends and family of all these people who are also on these sketchy rafts, screaming, we'll fund the patch. And so they collect all those funds together and they all put it together for one cause. To create a patch, to mend your life rafts, to buy you more time. Person on every one of those life rafts. with family and friends who love them, who don't want to see them sink. That is why research is important. And that is why your donations mean the world of difference to a very small group of people. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And thank you for allowing us to have visions of the future and a dream that we will get more time here with you.